Hey kids, the program you're about to listen to contains some adult situations, adult language, themes, and other adult topics. If you're easily offended, this show's not for you. Do you need a little more slide in your glide? Do you need to glide and slide? Then contact our friends at Spunk Lube. That's right, www.spunklube. Different types and styles to choose from. The best lube in the business. And hey, they're friends of the Crazy Truth. So you always get a 10% discount when you put Kasbh, K-A-S-B-H, in the coupon section. Hey, you crazy motherfuckers, welcome back. What the fuck we're doing? Welcome back to another edition of Crazy Truth. Guess what, boys and girls? It's season 2, episode 2. I'm your host with the most, the dick with arms. I'm Cole, and this here is the lovely, lovely Miss Amanda.
Hey.
Woohoo, look at that. Look at us go. So far, we've been on the air for like less than a minute. We've only somewhat managed to frustrate the sound guy. And yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Are you ready for season 2, sound guy? Are you excited for the upcoming? We're going to take our show on the road. No, you're not. Perfect. That's awesome. Okay. So, well, you need a pen. Jeez Louise. Some things never change. Get your lunchbox ready for school. It's back over there. I don't know. Okay. So, you know how we start the show?
Yes.
We did it last season the same way. There was such a long break. We start the show with weird sex news. Okay, so we're finishing out. Now, of course, obviously, this is finishing out. For those of you that are listening live on our lovely, lovely Crazy Kasbh page, it's still December. For those of you that are hearing this...
Cough, spit, sputter.
When it releases, gag, it's actually January. Okay, so we're finishing up December. Here it is. Okay, in Lancaster, Ohio, a high school English teacher, she's 47, just got done pleading guilty to sex with a 16-year-old student. Now, this isn't normally something we'd laugh about, obviously. That's very serious. The part that's really funny about this happened over 15 years ago. They had an affair. The student and the teacher had an affair when the student was 16. As soon as the student graduated, they got married. Aww. And somewhere along the line, the marriage went south. Ironically enough. So the marriage went south just recently, and that's when the 16-year-old went from a husband to a victim. And that's when he went to the police and told the police what had happened. And so, because even though time had passed, the crime had still been committed, and so the county went after her. And,
we sure that's Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
I had a classmate that did that.
Yeah, I know. I met him at the class reunion. Did I meet the teacher too?
No. They were divorced.
That student-teacher relationship, once you get over puberty, it's just not as hot. And which is weird because we got lots of teachers on our page, and our teachers are hot.
Mm-hmm.
It is horny profession. Anyway, so what happened? She had a 5-year reverse sentence, so she's not having to go to jail. But she did have to give up her teaching license because they had to make it public to make sure there was no other victims, which there wasn't. And she now has to register as a sex offender for the rest of her life in Ohio. Yeah, and the best part of the article was this. They said, we don't know what motivated the victim to come forward. The fuck you don't know what motivated the
divorce
victim
and they
to
were
come forward.
hurt. Duh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm curious how long they were married.
It didn't say it for a while. For quite a while. It wasn't a short marriage. So, but what are you going to do when the honeymoon's got to be... Where do you go to a honeymoon like that? Disney World? You can't go to the bar. Hey, yay, we're going to go to the bar. Oh, you've got to leave by 9. But honey, there's this big house party. He's in your class.
I seriously had a classmate do that.
Yeah, he seemed pretty like a normal guy. I mean, for a dude from that state. But no. No, I'm not bashing on stage. No, and I'm not bashing on. I mean, I get it. It was a crime. I understand that, but at some point in time, they got married, and now all of a sudden, I'm sorry. I guarantee that motherfucker he was not claiming to be a victim when he was telling his buddies he was banging the hot English teacher.
Or he got married.
Or got married, yeah.
He was such a victim that he got married.
Boy, that'd make parent-teacher conferences awkward as fuck. So how's Johnny doing in school? Good. Yep. Have you got your wedding dress picked out yet? No, we're gonna go taste cake samples later. You want to come along? Yeah. Anyways, there you go. And we're starting off with a bang. This is the kind of stuff that we just love. Hey, so all of you teachers out there, I want to hear comments from teachers. I really do, because I think teachers get blasted. It's not funny when it's like a male teacher, obviously. But, it's easier to poke fun and joke a little bit when it's a female teacher, because it's a guy would go, well, how could you really be a victim? But granted, I get it. So we'd love to hear your views. And obviously, I just want all my teachers to know in this case, I think the county was wrong. I'm 100%. I'm going 100% in favor of the teachers. Yeah. And yeah, it went to it's a double standard because of the statute of limitations. How long it protects victims versus how long it protects...
obviously they got married.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it was...
And they call it puppy love.
I'm sure they waited for him to either be legal age or he had a parent sign for him that he could get married.
Or to pass English 400. One of the two.
She tempted me with sex. I mean, come on.
What'd you guys do tonight? Practice my spelling words, but she was naked.
Oh, stop it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's how we get hate mail. All right.
It is.
So, hey, real quick, I'm going to throw this out there right now. Obviously, for those of you listening that don't know already, hard to believe, but we do also do this live. So we're actually doing this live at the same time in front of, or with our large Facebook page, Krazy Kasbh. Out there, it's a secret Facebook page, over 2,700 members, or almost 2,700 members. If you'd like to be a part of it, please contact us at crazy.kasbh@gmail.com. We get choked up today with that. In the meantime, so you will hear us stop because we will take questions from our page as we go. So we got a lot of people watching already. So if you have questions for us, fire away. The other thing, if you want to be part of the really cool show in a couple of weeks, where we're going to be live. We're going to be live at a big pre-party event. The student audience is going to be able to stand up and ask us questions.
Without being seen.
This is going to be an adventure and a half. What could possibly go fucking wrong?
Everybody sits there and we have to come up with our own shit. Imagine
Wait,
that.
there's something new. So then, if you want to be part of that, let us know on that as well. So, all right. So what do you want to talk about?
Really?
You want to talk about anything? I don't know. I didn't get any questions. No, I'm just kidding. We've got questions. Okay, so the first question, ironically, comes out of Ohio. That was not planned, by the way. The question got here before the sex
sure.
It's totally, maybe it's that same guy. I don't know. The question, it comes from a couple, and again, their whole. I'm gonna kind of just like boil this down a little bit. The question, in a long 2-paragraph sentence, was getting down to the point of how do you tell the difference between a flake, or a real person, a flake of a couple, or a flake of an individual. What do we got? A question I didn't see there? What are we doing? What? Okay. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. All right, before we get to that question, we got a question came up on the page from Andy. Is Miss Amanda really 4 foot 11 and a half inches? Can you prove it? No, we're not going to prove it because that messes up our sound thing. But yes,
I am.
We can't compare her to the size of a Coke bottle. It sounds like you're doing like dick pics and put next to a remote or something.
Well, how tall is that thing?
We're not going to compare it.
Is that like 6 feet tall?
It's like I'm 6 feet tall. She comes up to my nipple. We'll post pictures. We got pictures of people that are 7 foot tall. We can post where you come up to on there.
You've seen me in public.
There's some measuring. Yeah, no shit. But yeah, yes.
It was late. He probably wasn't paying attention.
Might have been a little intoxicated. Okay. See, this is the way we do things. We just take it. We'll answer anything as we go. Okay, so back to the other question. How can you tell with flakes and not flakes? And really the longer version of it is they're talking about not just like somebody's going to flake out on them, but somebody's like picture collectors. Are they really in the lifestyle? The whole 9 yards. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's the deal. First and foremost, what you have to understand is if we went off of a true definition of what is the lifestyle, okay?
Okay.
All right. and you ask old swingers, older than us, we know some of these people. They were here at the time when time started. To an old swinger, swinging, the lifestyle is two couples swapping, full swap. That's swinging. That's being a swinger. If you're a single, under the old definition, neither a single male nor a single female are swingers. There's no unicorns in the original. Unicorns are like reboot. It's like when they reboot cartoons. There was no original unicorns. That was not part of the lifestyle, okay? So here's the mistake that everybody jumps to, though now. Everybody always wants to jump to the immediate reaction. That is, if it's a single female, if it's a unicorn, unicorn, then they're pure and they're wonderful and they're perfect. But if it's a single male, he's just a thirsty motherfucker out trying to get pussy because he can't go get pussy at a bar somewhere. Okay. Grr. And here's the thing. You're fucking high. That's wrong.
Well, you have to. What it is that just like everything else, society makes it more of a norm. Updates.
Reboots.
It modernizes. Right.
Exactly. It changes with the times.
Yes.
It absolutely changes with the times. So here's the thing, is that, look, you can have just as many picture collectors, goof asses, stalkers, creepers, whatever you want to say, that are female as you can have that are male. Granted, males tend to, they've created their own reputation for themselves a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Okay, and some of you have to struggle to get over. But here's the deal. Unless you're willing to, you can't just say one side is all one thing and the other side isn't. All males or all females. You can't say that. Mm-hmm. It's the new lifestyle we live in that we deal with. That is, you have more people that are going to have single females, single males. There was a time a triad would not have been part of the lifestyle.
Right.
Okay, triads are a thing. It is triads, and then there's poly, and then there was a whole time where the kink community was a totally separate monster and a social. I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's a kink. What are you, a monster? Rah! But I mean, so there's a separate. There's a time that wasn't part of it. It's kind of a gentler world, and we're including and being all inclusive of more people in that. I thought I told you to run this because I can't run and do this.
Then stop.
Oh, you're on those. Okay. So I mean, it is what it is. Is you got to give people a little bit more of a an opening. Now, to me, there's some simple ways to tell fucking posers away.
Okay.
Okay, kids, get out your pen and paper, because after this segment, you might want to send me mail. So there's an easier way to tell posers all the way through. Look, when someone has to take and have their resume at the ready, okay?
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, let's face it, here's the deal. When you walk up and meet somebody, when I walk up and meet somebody, I say, hey, I'm Cole. That's all I say. I know, believe it or not, again, back to the dick with arm things. Woo! I don't actually walk up and go, hey, I'm Kasbh, how are you? No, I walk up and say, hey, I'm Cole. You walk up and say, hey, you're Amanda, right? And then it's like, what normally we do, like most people, is then you pause, wait 15 seconds for them to go, oh, hi, I am blah. I mean, hopefully they don't call themselves blah. I don't know how to spell blah, but you know what I mean. Hopefully they're going to say, hi, I'm Amy, I'm Bob, I'm Joe, I'm Sue, I'm whoever I am, right?
Right.
Okay, when people have to come up and they have to take your, as soon as they introduce themselves, they come up with their fucking resume of everything they've ever done. Okay, that's a really good sign of a fucking poser. Mm-hmm. When you have to walk out and go, hi, I'm this, and I've done this, and this, and this, and I've done this well, and 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 this well. You know what? You're compensating. You're covering up something. That's what liars do. It's really weird. And that's like not just in the lifestyle, that's in real life, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want to meet a salesperson that's the biggest cheese dick car salesperson you'll ever meet, and yes, I can say that because for 17 years I was in the car business, they'll walk up and they will tell you all the, how many times they've been salesman of the month and how many cars they've sold, and they'll just give you a stat sheet like a mile long. Mm-hmm. Because it's to make it so you don't realize that they look like fucking Herb Tarlick, right? Mm-hmm. So the same thing's in the lifestyle. So that's a pretty good indicator if they're talking about how many people they want to take in and they've known or whatever. Hold on, I can't read that. Okay, so anyways, but that's how they take in, they compensate for it that way. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah.
So that's something to like really watch for. Now,
the thing is that when people do that, a lot of times it's a turnoff.
Oh hell yeah, it's a turn off.
Because I want to hear them actually be able to hold a conversation, not just give me what they can and cannot do.
And I can stand in my head. No, maybe look, if it's a really good bar trick, like they can like do hand flips across the bar and always go straight in your vagina at the same time. Okay, we want to know about that.
I've got a good example.
Okay.
You have a guy that goes, well, I have this really big dick. When they say that, they don't. When they go, well, I have a small dick. It's not very impressive. That's the one you want to hone in on because actually they do.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, well, here's the thing. Even if it's not okay, let's say the guy that says I have a big dick, I have a serial killer, really does have a big dick.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: in your experience, just because he's got it, how well can he swing the club?
Not very.
Well, what it is, okay. In a certain movie, which I probably can't say, that has spells in a school in Hogwarts, and they have trolls, and they're swinging a club like a big fucking lumbering moron. Okay, that I don't care how big your dick is, if that's how you use it. If there's a chance you could come home with bruises on your shoulder because he missed, that's not impressive.
I'm not going to say every guy is that way, but a majority.
Well, here's the thing. I learned a long time ago. You start when you're a guy and you're in junior high and high school, and everybody's in the locker room, everybody's like bragging or whatever. You're gonna be like, yeah, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, whatever. You're gonna talk all the shit that you can do, right? Well, here's the deal. You start talking about what a fucking sex beast you are, man. Do you know how fast it gets around when you hook up with a girl and it's the best 8 seconds of her life? She couldn't even win the rodeo because you couldn't buck long enough to let her ride for 8 seconds. That's going to get around. That's a fucking problem. Mm-hmm. So it's way better to keep thy mouth shut. Let your actions speak for themselves versus, just tell me how great you are. Because that's a red flag. Mm-hmm. Now, if a girl tells me that she can do weird magic things with me, I am just the type of person that I believe in exploring and curiosity, and she can...
A lot of guys just say, prove it.
Well, yeah, because at this point in time, look, here's the deal. Do I really want to know if you can pick up and shoot a golf ball all the way across the bar with your pussy? Not really. I really don't care, but I really do care because I really want to see it at least once. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It gives me an opportunity to see your pussy. Is that a turn on? Does that make me want to fuck you more? No, and here's why. Because that means that you might be able to get a hold of one of my balls and shoot me across the ballroom with your pussy.
There you go.
So I don't want anything that's gonna. I'm just saying. I mean, it is what it is. Do I think there needs to be a sex Olympics? And I know there are some out there. Do I think we need to have more friendly contests on? Well, I'd pay to see it too. Not gonna lie. Do we need to have more contests on what women can do with their vagina? I think we should. Vagina. See, now I'm saying season 2, pussy, cooter. I think we should because I think that it's unfair to women to take and say that their pussy is just there to get fucked. I think if you want a $25 gift card at your company Christmas party because you were able to carry a potato, not in your pussy, but I mean with your thighs, you were able. Did you not?
Yes.
You have strong legs. Now I fuck her.
No, I have big legs.
No, you have strong legs. I fuck her. She does Kegels. I'm telling you what. The things she can do with her pussy and your dick is amazing. It is what it is. See, it can win you money.
I always thought my mouth was more impressive.
Sometimes your mouth is more impressive when there's something in it. Just saying, and this is how we start season 2 with the divorce papers. I actually was going to do that for Christmas. I was actually going to go up and have a bunch of fake papers drawn up for you. Yeah, I didn't get around to that.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Nice.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that I think it's just a guy's penis is good for a couple of things. It's good for cursive writing. It is good to put out small fires. Like at the end of the night, if everybody's hanging around, you got a campfire at the end of the night. If everybody takes it and yeah, it's good for painting. Yeah, that's right. If everybody at the end of the night needs to put out the campfire, all the guys join together, stand there and take a piss around the campfire. Not big forest fires, but small fires, and it's good for sticking in places. Picasso, yeah,
Picasso.
yeah, and you can only keep those in the snow. But that's about all it's good for. There's so much more. I mean, you don't hear stories about, well, man was arrested crossing the border. He had 23 pounds of coke stuffed in his penis. When was the last time you heard that story? You can't, because you look like elephantitis. Think how it would be obvious that would hurt. You couldn't get it up there, right? But you hear these stories with women. You have the miracle of life come out of your vagina. I think we need to know.
It hurt like hell, and we won't do it again.
Yeah.
How about the video of the old lady that picks up the bowling ball with her clit?
Exactly. See, and I think
I won't even watch it. I'm like, ugh.
I
don't want to see if it's strong enough. Thank you.
I think every woman's driver's license should say a couple of things. It should say their name, their address. It should say if they're a donor, if they're an organ donor, and how many quarters that they can pick up off of a table with their vagina.
I've never tried.
I know, and I keep asking you to because I think it'd be so fucking
I don't
fun.
try magic tricks.
Look, I made your penis disappear. Actually, that's one of the other tricks it can do.
What?
A pussy can do.
Make a dick disappear?
No, it can make an ego disappear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, I made your confidence disappear. Voila! Weird how that works out.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the question. We got off track. Wow, did we get off track there?
That's okay. It makes it more fun.
Trying
to see if people can keep up.
No shit. Are you following along? This is what it looks like, kids. This is that whole Nancy Reagan don't do drugs thing. So the thing is that, look, no matter how much screening you do, this is like that myth that says, well, if you're trying to like sell drugs and you say to the person, are you a cop? And they say no, then they can't arrest you when they're really an undercover cop. That's a lie. Thank you very much. Okay? This is the same. It's the same myth. There's no way to 100% ensure that someone isn't a fucking creeper, isn't batshit crazy, isn't maybe just a picture collector. There's really no way. You just got to trust your gut and kind of go with it. Look, if the first 3 statements they say sounds kind of weird and doesn't make sense, don't agree to video chat them. No, well, how about we video chat? How about I give you my home address? No, don't do that. Someone.
Well, I have one guy. Okay, so I know he really does exist, and he does really play. I think, from what I've heard, he lives with John. Mm-hmm. But every day I'd get Titty Tuesday ?
Yeah, look, dude. No, yeah.
I'm not going to send you pictures. You can keep saying it. I'll say hi.
And here's the thing. The reality of it is, we all know. I don't care. Look, I love you. I've been with you for 26 years. I like your pussy. I like your tits. I like your ass. You know what? And I like when you send me pictures of them. But if you send me one every hour, I know what it looks like. Okay? I know what it looks like. Okay? It's fun. There's a reason certain porn places that would be a hub of activity don't keep the same videos on there forever. They keep putting new ones on there because people want to see new titties. Mm-hmm. So when somebody's like, hey, can I see a picture of your titties? Hey, how about now? Hey, how about now? Okay, dude, there's only so many pictures you can see of them.
Same as the last one I sent you.
They don't change. They're not changing on a daily basis. It's not like we give them Miracle Grow. We're letting air in and deflating. I wish I could do that with my penis. That'd be fun. Just saying. And guys, girls don't like pictures of penis. We gotta put that out there. What do I say about that?
It's just not.
Look, if you could make it do tricks like an elephant's trunk, it's impressive. Otherwise, it's not. Up, down, up, down. There you go. Up. No, wait. I'm sorry. There's up. There's down. There's turtled. Okay, you don't ever want anybody to see it turtled because that's not impressive at all. Ooh, look, if you look really hard enough, folks, it's like a nature documentary, like you're looking through the coral reef trying to see the head of the turtle. That's not exciting. Okay, if it's soft, that's not going to... Okay, now granted, if you got like a 12-inch dick that's soft and it's 12 inches, that's pretty impressive. Not going to lie. But it still just looks like a one of those sack things filled with like beans you put in front of your door in the winter to make sure the like water doesn't get through, it's still not impressive. And if it's hard, it's hard. Oh, okay. Can you make it drink? Can you make it talk? Can it do a puppet show? I mean, if it can't do anything else, it's not that impressive. You're just looking at me like
I don't even know what to say.
Sound guy's looking at me like I've lost my mind.
I'm not one of those that will watch the guys dancing and it's just so attractive to just watch it go wham, wham, wham. No.
Helicopter.
Okay.
Woo!
That's just like one time going to the bar and seeing the male strippers and they were doing a show and they were going around and the guy jumps up on the chair and puts his crotch right in my face. I'm like, oh, sweaty dick. That's not attractive to me. Plus, you stepped on my finger when you did it.
Quick, let me get $1 for that so I can clean that off.
And I'm just like, and you want me to shove money down your pants? Ew. Here, can I grab some out for the cost of your sweat all over me? It's gross. But I'm not one of those that digs a really sweaty guy. And, it is.
Look, I know a lot of girls that do dig sweaty guys.
They do. There are some out there.
But there's limits. They like sweaty that, okay, tell us, Paige, do you like sweaty because they came in and they were kind of hot and sweaty? Or do you like them because they were doing other stuff that had nothing to do with you and they've just been baking in the sun? I mean, let's face it. Okay, I'm a pretty big guy. So how hot is it when I come in from working outside all day long? And I'm just that nasty when I got ball stew going. No chick goes, ooh, I can't wait to lick his dick
Maybe
with
it's
ball
a difference
stew.
that I don't sweat. So then when
Which is true,
there's somebody that does, it just kind of, ew.
Look,
So I'm not used to sweat.
Right, but yeah. The thing is here's the deal. I would literally want any woman that goes, I love a man with ball stew going, I want to suck that guy's dick. I want you to write into the show because I'm telling you, there's nobody that does. There's nobody that does. When you have to when regular soap and you need like lava to get the good stuff to break away the chunks of the fucking nuttage around there. I'm sorry, nobody goes, that's hot. It's like cum instead. It's like dark gray because it's dirty. Nobody goes, it's like nobody. How many people do you know walk out and go, you know what I love when it snows? Not the first day when it's fresh and nice and clean. I like after a couple of days and it's all muddy and sloppy and shitty. That's when I like to look at the snow. That's pretty shit.
When a female has sweaty cooter.
Yes, I do. You know because you just get down there. Okay.
Guys have the same thing.
Well, you know what?
Because
we know it. We
done
can
that.
smell it too.
It's just like, oh, okay, let me get that first layer off.
Remember when we pee, we have to grab it. When you
That's
pee,
true.
when you grab your own dick and you pee and you go, oh, fucking gross. What is on my fucking hands? Yeah, okay. Look, when you seriously ponder sticking your dick under one of the blow dryers in a public bathroom just to knock some of that shit off, yeah. Okay, I'll be honest. As a little kid growing up, watching my dad work and stuff, you want to be a man, and when you see guys working hard and sweat dripping off their nose, it's like, and they're, it's like a manly thing. When you, as a man, are sitting there and you're watching sweat drip off the tip of your dick, it ain't manly. It's fucking gross.
Okay, so women find firefighters attractive, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay, it's hot seeing them after they've put out a fire or they're in their gear and they're all hot and sweaty. That's hot, but go take a shower first.
Right, exactly. Look, you don't want to just get, you want them to get, you want to make sure that you want them clean when they're using their hose on you. When they
just
foam
personal
you.
preference. Maybe other people like it.
Yeah, bullshit. Ain't no way. All right. Hey, you know what? This is an excellent time, imagine that, to take a quick break. So.
I got to take care of something.
Oh, okay. Wait just 1 second.
Okay.
Man, season 2, she's forgotten to take a break. She's fucking, I'm gone. So let's take a second for our second half sponsors, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Would you like to do it this
No,
time?
go ahead.
Okay.
You're better at it.
Krazy Winter Nights. That's right, the Midwest premier hotel takeover formal event once a year. Krazy Winter Nights is going to be in Omaha, Nebraska, January 18th and 19th. That's right, kids. This has turned into a 2-day event with the huge pre-party at the hotel, where we're going to be doing a live edition with Crazy Truth, followed by, we'll have vendor fairs going on Friday and Saturday night. That's right, adult vendor fairs.
All day Saturday.
Mm-hmm. We're also going to have a speed meet and greet. We're going to have other activities. And don't forget the dance Saturday night. We're going to have our good friends, the Midnight Devils, a live band playing in one ballroom. Our good friend Leon with a live DJ in another ballroom set up for quiet places to talk. That's just the tip of the iceberg. If you'd like more information to come out and be a part of Crazy Winter Nights, contact us at Krazy, Krazy, Kasbh, Kasbh, at gmail.com. Let's get you signed up on the list today. Okay, we are back. Welcome to the second half of the show. All right, so we're going back to the live webpage, Krazy Kasbh. That's right, our big webpage out here. And we've got a good question. Miss Ray asks, so is getting pictures of tits or pussy on a daily basis from the same person a no? And here's the thing. It depends on, okay, because for those of you just tuning in, the first half of the show, we said, sometimes once you've seen them all. But it's different. When you're flirting, like if you haven't hooked up yet, okay, you're planning to hook up. Let's say you're planning to hook up, I don't know, say at the Crazy Winter Nights. Plug. You're planning to hook up, and you haven't hooked up yet. It can be really sexy. I mean, that's a turn on. You're flirting, different angles, different whatever. That's pretty sexy. I think it's still sexy for us after all these years when we do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still hot, and it still gives me a boner.
I think it depends on the person.
It does.
You don't care. It doesn't bother you to get pictures.
No, I like them. Feel free to send them to me.
I don't care either.
She
Go
likes
ahead,
them.
send them.
Yeah, send them. Absolutely. Creativity. You always score points with creativity.
Yeah.
With me. I think that's the hard thing is coming up with new stuff.
New poses,
new sexy
angles.
Yeah, and believe it or not, here's the deal. Even once you've seen it all, to not get to see it all in the next picture is still hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a huge thing. When it comes to flirting with pictures, seriously, not seeing everything can be pretty fucking hot. Mm-hmm. Even if you've seen it, because you forget. Well, I mean, here's the deal. Just because you've seen it in a picture doesn't mean you don't want to see it live and in person.
True.
I mean, you're still going to look at it. I mean, you're probably not going to, get as close as you do on your phone. I'm not the first time I'm with a girl. I'm not going to fucking pick her legs up, put her cooter right here just to sit there and look at her cooter. I'm going to notice when I'm down there. Just saying. But I mean, you still want to see it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, absolutely. Send pictures. Okay. So this wasn't actually a question this time around, but I've seen this in other questions. And it's good with Crazy Winter Nights coming up since they're a sponsor of our show. That talks about flirting leading up to a show. Or no, fuck. Leading up to an event. Is it okay to flirt? And how much flirting, or are you setting yourself up for disappointment if you try to pre-set stuff up or pre-flirt? And my thing is no. There's nothing wrong with flirting ahead of time.
No.
At all. Okay, so I'm gonna.
If you know how to flirt, suck
Jesus,
at it.
Here we go. Yep, she sucks at it. You know what? She puts a fucking picture on the page, and it's like 50 all over the place.
Okay, pictures I can take. But when it comes to actually flirting,
no, you don't feel like you know how to sext, and there's a difference. And here's the deal: sexting. Look, every time I talk to a girl, I don't want to sext. Okay, look, I'm a guy. Okay, I got an imagination like fucking the animators at any fucking major studio. I am like the Pixar of porn going on. Well, yeah. No, she hasn't yet. Not yet.
I'm
we're gonna go to that story.
Talking about the coworker.
We'll get to that story. But here's the thing: sexting once in a while is fine. Okay, but I'd rather just talk and laugh and joke and crack around. So I'm gonna tell a story. So obviously. We're in a triad, so and it will be a year. It was a year ago, about a week and a half ago, that we actually met. Mm-hmm. It was at Crazy Winter Nights last year. Leading up to it, for about a month, leading up to Crazy Winter Nights, it wasn't initially started out to be a triad, but her and I were flirting back and forth, and we never sexted once. We didn't. There was never one time that we sexted.
I believe that.
We didn't. We talked because what is way more hot is having somebody that can carry on a conversation. Mm-hmm. We exchanged some pictures, not a ton. That's how it actually all started. Because on her birthday, I sent a dick pic because she put a thing saying it's my birthday. So someone wanted to send dirty pictures, so I sent a dick picture in a sombrero. Why wouldn't you? Olay. So, and
You love that fucking picture.
and when she was willing to keep talking to me, I'm like, well, let's roll with this. So, and it was awesome. Now, it didn't work out that we actually got to hook up at Krazy Winter Nights, but that was fun. There was no sexting involved with it, but it did build excitement leading up to the event that you were going to hook up with somebody. I don't think that it will lead to disappointment unless you cut off any other opportunities. I mean, do you agree with that? You've got some things working.
I do.
You've got the hopper going. Ooh, 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 right? Going just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right. But the thing is, you have multiple options in the hopper. So that this way, if one doesn't pan out, you're not just screwed, or in this case, not screwed. For Krazy Winter, then you're not just sitting there going, oh, that sucked. Right. So I think that's a big thing. I think if you zero in too much on just one person or one couple or whatever, and put all your eggs in that basket, if you haven't met them yet, here's the deal. They can be nice online, they can be funny, they can be great online, and then you get in person, and there we go. All of a sudden, he hasn't showered for 5 days. I don't know anybody who did that recently. But it hasn't showered, or they're total tools in person. Then all of a sudden you have another step, and you've shut off anybody other options. So let's go visit real quick, because the sound guy brought up a wonderful point. For those of you that did listen to and watch the show that just got released last Thursday, the Christmas party show, there was some drinking. There was some drunkenness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't, dear little angel. So obviously we were telling you that night at at your office Christmas party, you blatantly got hit on.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, I didn't. Have you worked? Have you worked to close this deal yet?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why?
Because I don't know. When we were having our office little get together lunch exchange gift thing, she came in there and and I had elf ears on, and she's just like, oh, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to flirt.
Yeah,
She's walked by a couple times and I'll look at her, but that's.
You do know it's called talking. You overthink this flirting part too much.
Touch her at work? I don't think so.
Accidentally brush her arm? Yeah. Yeah, just walk up and grab her cooter. What could possibly happen?
Such touchy-feely people. Oh.
The thing is, she has an office. I told you where those elf ears, go over to her building and go, you wanted to find out about a dirty elf. Here's your chance. Yeah, the thing is, when you don't think about it, you flirt all the time. You are total flirt. Okay, all the guys that are listening to this right now that know or have ever had a chance to meet Miss Amanda, if you think she knows how to flirt, you need to send us some hearts. Let us know, because she doesn't think she knows how to flirt. You are confusing flirting and sexting. No, okay. You talking dirty via text is kind of funny, especially, take a couple shots at work. There you go. That'll loosen up the old fucking giblets. You talking dirty on text is funny. Because I've sat here and some guy's trying to sex with you. Well, and you'll be like, Cole, what do I say?
It's
and I'm
like other people
this.
go, ooh, yummy, when they send a picture. And I'm like, nice.
Yeah. You have to be yeah.
And then, I'm like going, okay, so someone was messaging me the other day, and then we get to talking about, well, you'll see later. Gosh, there's a lot of hearts going up. I don't know what the hell. But it was like, I tried to be a little bit more flirtatious and lead it on to, yes, it's going to happen.
Well, see, the first step of it is not to crush their soul. That's really the first thing. Remember we talked about that with the high school?
Well, I got better. That's more like my birthday, and it's just like, thank you, or,
Right. Well,
I don't know.
It's like the high school guy when you go, are you done? Okay, that was soul crushing.
I was in high school.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So, okay, that as long as you're not soul crushing, look, here's the deal. Anybody who reads that when they put, yum, and actually believes the person thinks that, or when you type it, can type it with a straight face, come on, really? I mean, seriously. Let's face it, we're all at our jobs, and we're like, dick picture, or pussy picture. What you think is nice, but you put, I can't wait to lick that. Now, and then you go back to typing the memo. It is what it is, okay? But, and the person jacking off, really, you don't want a lot of reading to have to go. You don't want a book. It's like, that looks so delicious for me to rub up and down your hard knob, slowly but surely, stroking it faster and faster. Because, like, you're trying to jack off, and you can't read all that and jack off, okay? So you're like, just keep it simple, one-word answers, like, I want to suck it. Or, no, that's not one word, I can't wait for it to be I want it in my mouth, or there's nothing gagging on it, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Okay. I promise you, if you put a little thing of going and narf, and then you put that's me gagging on your cock. You know what? When they read, they're gonna be like, that's gonna kill the moment.
What the fuck is it?
That's gonna kill the moment. But as soon as you explain that it's you gagging on their cock, they're not gonna have to touch again. They're gonna explode. They're gonna be in their office, and it's gonna look like they pissed their pants. People are gonna be like, what happened? I got a text. What'd it say? Okay, so keep that in mind. I wanted that to be a new trend. Okay, I want people in the community out there from here on to start. That needs to be. This was started. You heard it first on the Krazy Truth. The Krazy Truth. The newest. We need an emoticon with this. We need an emoticon face going. And it'll be and so from here on, you all need to spend when you hear this, your next event at some point in time, walk and go, hey baby, you want it on my cock? And as a girl, you need to walk up and go, wow, you're so sexy, and see what happens. Now, don't drink too much because be careful. You may have some people that you know how like when you imitate a cat throwing up, it makes them sick. Be careful. You don't want to have anybody getting sick on you here. Right now, my battery's running low. So there you go. So the Krazy Truth has started the new.
Neil put that on there.
Yeah, there you go. So if you try that, I mean, I wouldn't start with that. That's kind of advanced because if you have to explain it right off the bat, that could throw people for a loop a little bit.
That's just. Do you follow it with a puking emoticon?
Look, man. Here's what we need is a blue emoticon.
Oh my god.
A blue emoticon, because everybody has seen the memes that says there's nothing sexier than when a woman chooses your dick over oxygen. That's true. Okay.
Sometimes I send my tongue back. Picture of my tongue.
I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, there you. Yeah, well, there you go. See that's another good. That's a lead in.
Do you want to see why?
Yes, I do. For those listening, they're gonna be like, oh, what a minute. Okay, so for all of you listening on SLS Radio and on our podcast, now you need to go to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/C/Krazy Kasbh. Or no, /Kasbh. Jesus, can't remember what it is. Because you want to sign up so you can see what her tongue looks like because it's really, really hot. So what I don't know. We got. We're looking here as we go. So the thing is yeah. When you take and sex. I mean, here's the other thing. When you're sexting at work, okay, like this is what I do all day, right?
Right.
Kasbh is what I do. So I have time. Most people, the problem when you're trying to, you can flirt all day long. You can not send another text back for 4 or 5 hours and still be flirting.
Right.
Okay. When you're sexting, that's a long time for me to hold my penis in hopes. Okay. It's like now it's going to start to hurt, and that's when you go to the doctor. So most people understand you can't do that the whole time. So you just got to not think about it as much. Mm-hmm. Both you, Wendy, and a whole bunch of other girls I know, I suck at flirting. Bullshit. If you've gotten laid in this lifestyle, you don't suck at flirting. Okay. We're going to move away from the trendsetters. That's what we fucking are. Right there. Hey, you know what? I see new merch. Don't you, sound guy? That's definitely gonna be new merch in our future. Okay. Okay. Hey, you know what? I want to hit on something else too, because we're going into Crazy Winter Nights and we just went through the party season, and this is another thing we see all the time out there, and this has to do with bed notching.
Okay.
Okay. So here's my whole thing with bed notching. I want to get this out of here right now. Everybody who says on your profile, if you have anywhere written that you hate bed notchers, or that you are not a bed notcher, I want you to immediately take that and erase it. Because that's a total lie. Every single person in the lifestyle is a bed notcher. Now, we may not all be going for world records of how many we may only have one notch on the bed, but we're all bed notchers. Think this through for just a minute, if you would. Okay? So the deal is that we're going to an activity with the purpose of having sex. Right? So if your sole purpose for an activity is to meet people, now a lot of people go, no, we go to make friends. No, I get that. Okay. So you're not a speed notcher. There's a difference. Okay? You're going to meet people to meet friends.
Are you making up these terms?
I am.
Okay.
To eventually, again, more merch.
Oh my.
To eventually have sex with them.
Okay.
If the primary purpose is to eventually have sex, you're not looking for, like when you're dating someone, when you and I were dating, which is just having sex. But anyways, when you're dating someone, it's to build a relationship to see if you want to spend the rest of your life with them, right?
Okay.
Well, that's not what's happening when you're talking about what the fuck am I talking about? With swingers. Jesus Christ.
He's distracting you. I don't hear anything.
Okay.
So it's just on you.
It's because with swingers, your whole purpose is to find people to have sex with. Maybe long-term relationships to have sex with continuously, but it's still sex. That makes you a bed notcher. So I think we all need to put down our pitches and torches about people that are bed notchers. Because the reality of it is we're all a form of a bed notcher. We really are.
So when we first got into the lifestyle,
we were fucking whores. No, I'm just
whatever.
kidding.
And we were messaging a couple, and they were looking for strictly inclusive.
They wanted.
Is that still considered a bed notch?
Yeah.
They were specifically looking for a boyfriend, girlfriend.
It is, and here's the thing: what those people are, those are bed nopper. Those are swinger snobs. Okay, because here's the deal.
Okay.
If you try to go, well, if we only consistently have sex with one other couple, that makes us clean and wholesome and not bed notchers. Fuck you. If you have sex with anybody other than your spouse for pleasure and fun, you're a fucking bed notcher.
Yeah.
Again, you may not be going for a record. You may not be a speed notcher. Your bedpost may not look like it's been attacked by a herd of angry beavers and making marks on the fucker, but you're still doing an activity for sex.
I don't know if I agree with that.
What? We didn't discuss this. No, go ahead. Tell me why.
No, we don't have to agree on everything. Duh.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Tell me about it. 26 years. Figured that out. No. No, tell me why. I want to hear your view.
Because a bed notcher is someone that is constantly trying to get as many marks on the bed as they can, and they do it for bragging purposes, for tallying. Now, if you are going for an exclusive boyfriend girlfriend because you're decide to try a poly thing, then to me, having one other person is not a notcher.
Bed notching is not. No. This is not college. Okay, college, you have bed notching competitions where you go and you see who can ever fuck the most girls wins a case of beer. Okay, this is not the same thing.
That was you, though.
That was a lot of fucking people. I wasn't having the contest by myself.
I only had sex with boyfriends until I met you, and then it was a one-night stand that led to more.
Right, exactly. Only boyfriends, the dude in the tent.
I wasn't in college then. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I hadn't been laid for like a year.
It's not playing beer pong. It's not like, okay, it's
to me, bed notching is trying to get as many notches on your post as you can get.
Okay, and so who defines that? Who defines okay, it is not. It's not keeping score to brag. No, here's the deal. Here's the deal. For safety's sake, for your STD, if you're being tested like you fucking should, you better fucking know the answer to that. Well, we don't keep track because we're not keeping score. Well, you better fucking figure it out. But here's the thing. Okay, if you don't... Okay, so then if we're going to use the logic of it's a contest to keep score, then as long as I fuck as many people but I don't tell anybody, that's not bed notching, right?
That's still bed notching because it's as many people as you can do. To you, it's not...
Well, I mean, the thing is here's the deal. They use bed notchers not as a bragging term. They're using it as just a way of people that sleep with a lot of different people. And here's the thing. Your definition of a lot of different people and my definition are two different things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you want to have a gangbang, okay, and you personally, it's a personal fetish goal, whatever of yours, and you want to know what it feels like to fire, and you want to know what it feels like to have 50 cocks in one night, okay,
Yeah.
then does that mean you're just a dirty, dirty whore? Are you just kind of no, seriously? Are you a dirty whore? That would be required answer. Silence doesn't play well on the radio.
That's their option.
That's their option. Okay. It's not something
all I'm
you,
gonna
it's not
say
something that you would do.
No, it's not something I would do or that I'm interested in.
Okay. So now
I think a threesome is too much work, let alone having more.
I didn't say about work. This is not about whether or not it's a workout
if
or
I
not.
just
It's whether
lay there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's just it. You're tied up, and dick 1, dick 2, dick 3, up to 50 comes through.
How about the one female that we know that had sex
True, if
with
you're bragging.
everybody that moved?
Okay. Well,
She somewhat bragged about it because she dropped names.
Okay,
so
yes.
is that a bed notcher?
But okay, it's not a bed notcher. It's a fucking bitch. There's a difference. Here's the deal. You know what? If you only had sex with 2 people, but you run around to tell everybody who they fucking were, hey, guess what? Hey, you, guess who I just fucked? Hey, look at me. I just fucked him. Hey, that's the same difference. Here's the deal. There are some people in the lifestyle, the bed notcher snobs, as I will coin the phrase, okay, that say if you only have sex with one person, you need a different color fucking chalk, dude. I can't read that shit. Anyways, that would have that they will only have sex with that one. They find an exclusive couple. That's it. If they were to say that, if you were to say you went to a house party, there were 5 couples, and you had sex with each one of the guys at that house party, you're a fucking dirty, dirty whore. Were you bed notching that night? I wasn't bed notching that night. Mm-mm. But some people were. So what is enough? So to some people, a 50-person gangbang would be like, well, really? My vag is taking 1,000, but I'll bump. So seriously, how do you define that? And to non-swingers, think of it this way: if you're vanilla, and you have the swinger couple that we only exclusively. Right, I get the brag. Well, no, gangbang with 1,000 people isn't bragging. You have to put flyers out, or how do people know where to go? There's not just radars for that shit. But I mean, if you're a vanilla couple, and we're gonna have the exclusive, we will only have sex with one other couple, and we walk up and we say to them, there are some people that are swingers and they just have sex with a shit ton of people and they're bed notchers, blah, 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 blah. And they go, oh my God, that's incredible. Yeah, we only have sex with one other couple that we hook up with all the time.
That's still swinging.
What is the vanilla couple going to say? They're going to look at each other because they don't swing. They don't believe in it. Mm-hmm. They're going to look at that and go, how does that make you any fucking better than these other people that you were talking shit about? Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? The reality of it is if you are doing an activity with the end goal to be sex, or the primary basis to be sex, then how can you necessarily throw stones at if some people have more sex than others? Anybody who brags, let's clarify, because the sound guy and you're exactly right. Anybody who brags, if you're bragging, if you're fucking people for bragging rights, right? And you're gonna carry a sign around or whatever, and you're having a contest, that kind of shit, that's juvenile, that's bullshit. And if you're bragging, then that's not bed notching. That's just being a douche, and that's totally different. That's totally different. That's my kink. No, I mean, that's just a totally different thing, and that I mean, you can't lump that all together, but it gets so old that everybody go, well, they're a bed notcher, they're not. Well, you know what? I guarantee you some people knew. Remember the night we sat down and made a count? Mm-hmm. Okay? Nobody knows our count. Mm-mm. We've not told anybody our count at all. And within our count, there are certain couples that were multiple go-backs, right? I think 10 was the highest on one couple. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if a lot of people knew our count, they would go, oh my God.
No, one time I shared it with that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she goes, well, I've done that many this year. And I said, honey, that's been in the past 6 years.
Right.
Not the past year.
And she was bragging. That's exactly that's the difference. You're right.
But she also used people for
for other means.
Sex for other stuff.
For other gains. It was like a stock exchange. So she wasn't bed notching, she was investing. So the thing is that, but there's a lot of people that they're going to make that assumption. And the thing is that, look, most people have no idea how many people other couples have had sex with. And if you're counting on them to tell you the true number, good luck with that. Because here's the deal. That's why everybody on so many sites you have to be certified. Mm-hmm. People hate that. Because there are people, they'll look at that and they'll go, well, this person was certified 100 times. They're dirty. Oh, I mean, I see that on pages all the time. People go, well, what do you deal with? They've been certified too much. Or the other way, they've only been certified 3 times. Well, they're not really that active in the lifestyle.
Well, the ones that have been certified, they just meet somebody and say, "Can you certify us?"
Right, exactly. So nobody really knows. But when anytime anybody takes, and I hear it, I see it all the time. I see it on Reddit. I see it on our own page all the time. Bed notchers, bed notchers, bed notchers. It's like, here's the deal. You know what? Unless you're literally seriously wanting to find platonic friendships in the lifestyle.
Some people are.
Rock on. Then those people are 100% non-bed notchers.
Well, I think actually what you need to do is just get rid of the term bed notching.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're going to have a competition, then there needs to be rules and a prize. Well, I mean, if we're going to go back and do that shit, let's do it like it was in college.
Whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, so there we go. That ought to get down. I'm sure people will love that part. I don't care.
It's okay.
It's my show. That's what we do. It's our show. That's what we do. Okay. All right. So, hey, this is a good place for us to wrap up. Hey, I want to take a quick second, though, before we thank our sponsors. Again, for those of you that have not yet started to follow us, but are going to be following us on Twitter and Instagram and become part of our page, our Crazy Kasbh page, we're running a very important, very special thing right now for our good friend Ernie Burt. He's a 26-year veteran of the United States Army. He's a father of 2. He has recently been diagnosed with ALS, and we have a GoFundMe going for him right now. Mm-hmm. I just looked at it. It is actually one of their trending campaigns right now. It's been shared over 100 times.
Awesome.
And here's the thing. You know what? When you see it, look, I don't care. $1, $5. I'm super excited. One of our page members is doing our vendor fair, and she's donating 10% of her profits to it from the vendor fair that she's raising. We're having a kissing booth at Crazy Winter Nights and things like that. If you see this come up, donate and keep moving it forward. This shit is stuff that this is a major thing. And, as a lifestyle and as people in the lifestyle, it's about being together, sticking together, and helping each other out. And this is huge. So, if you got $5, look, man, have one less fucking drink.
Mm-hmm.
Have one less drink this weekend and give that money on the GoFundMe. If you want information on how you can give, if you're not part of a page and you want the GoFundMe, we will absolutely send you a link to it. Again, you can contact us via email at Krazy, Krazy, .kasbh, Kasbh, @gmail.com, and just put GoFundMe. And we'll get the link sent out to you so that you can contribute to that. We're just, all that money goes to, we just want to help get the word out there. All right. So again, let's take a quick second and thank our sponsors. Do you need more slide in your glide? Do you need more glide to slide? Hey, you know what? Do you just need to be a little wetter? If you you need to visit our friends at Spunk Lube. These guys are great. Multiple different options. You can visit them at www.spunklube.com. They're friends of the show. They're friends of us personally. And so you always have a coupon at Spunk Lube. And in the coupon code, put Kasbh, Kasbh, and get 10% off of your order. And secondly, don't forget about our self-promotion. It's what it's all about. Dick with arms. Visit Crazy Winter Nights, January 18th and 19th. This turned into a 2-day event, hotel takeover, formal event. If you want a premier event, vendor fair, pre-party, live podcast taping, we're going to have a live band, a live DJ. We've got speed meet and greets and all kinds of stuff going on. Make sure you come and contact us there as well.
Yippers.
All right. So here it is. I don't know what to say at this point. All right, you're going to want to make sure you go visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. We've got some exciting new features getting ready to roll out, and you're going to want to be a part of those. So go to www.youtube.com/C/Kasbh, Kasbh. And if you like what you hear, visit our Patreon, www.patreon.com/Krazy, Krazy, Kasbh, Kasbh. And you can also follow us on Twitter. That would be @TruthKrazy. You can follow us on Instagram at Krazy, Krazy_Kasbh, Kasbh. Don't forget to sign up on our YouTube or on our Facebook page, which would be Krazy Truth. And you can always send us emails. We love your emails at Krazy, Kasbh, Kasbh @gmail.com. And don't forget, everybody needs some Krazy Truth merch. That's right, we've got merchandise. Go to teespring.com/stores/Krazy, Krazy-truth. Okay.
Jesus.
Fuck off all you. All right, doing it the only way I know how, and doing it the only way I want to. Kasbh style. Out.
Bye.